So for today's session, all of you are avocados. Just imagine that all of you are avocados. Big avocados, small avocados, male avocados, female avocados. Just imagine yourself that you are right now sitting here, avocados, and there is a brown Indian avocado sitting in front of you. Then a very warm welcome to all of you in this meditation session that is happening every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. I see there are quite some first-timers, so I will take a moment to introduce myself and tell you what we do here before we go into today's session. I'm known as Dhyanse in the meditation community. I've been myself meditating for the last 25 years as a daily practice, not consistently 25 years. I learned meditation from my father when I was 5 years old, and at that time I did not know what I was really learning, but I kept that art with me as I grew up with, just like you, having the normal education, the mainstream jobs. I lived my life exactly like each one of you, with the only difference that I kept on this art of meditation with me since the age of 5. I practice every morning, every evening, 1 hour of meditation. So it has been there in my life for forever, and it has given me things which I cannot even begin to describe. And I reached to a point with this art of meditation that I realized I need to share it with people like you who are not necessarily wanting to become monks or go to an ashram in India or go to Himalayas or things like that, but rather want something that is more practical in your daily life and yet authentic. One thing I noticed living for the last 10 years in Europe, in Germany, Switzerland area, that there are many ways in which you can learn meditation, but either they are very religious in nature or they are very superficial in nature. I find it difficult to have those ways in which it can be delivered, the authentic meditation can be delivered to people with the lifestyle, with the normal lifestyle that we have. With that intention, I started this group in January this year in Basel. Now, over the last 6 months, more than 6 months, we have been going on a journey where we learn authentic art of meditation, which is more contextualized to our lifestyles, to the way we think about things, which is not necessarily Indian, which is not necessarily Western, but somewhere in the middle. What we do here is not a promotion for any religion, it's not a promotion for any cult, any belief system. I am not affiliated to any institution or any of that sort. So what I share with you is based on the wisdom traditions of yoga, tantra and Zen, and a bit of my creativity to put that in front of you in a way which is understandable, which is more relatable. And in these sessions, every time we try to approach the topic of meditation from a different angle, from a different stream, from a different approach, simply because there is so much misunderstanding about this topic that somebody says meditation is just sitting down and doing nothing. And then you say, well, that's so boring, why should I do that? There is no point of doing that in my life. Or somebody says it's focusing on the breath, and there are many more versions of it. So I try to give you a taste of all of those in all these sessions as we proceed. If you move along in these meditation sessions every Monday that are happening here, one thing that will happen is that you will make a habit out of it. That's the hardest part, where to bring and integrate this into your life is very tricky, because we always have many things to do. We don't have time and we don't have space. So when you come here every Monday, there is a certain trigger. You can relate to what you can take back from this session to your home, what you can do on your daily basis. And the second thing that will happen is there'll be more clarity on this topic of meditation, which will also give you a chance to do a bit of introspection. In these sessions, we go from the surface of relaxation to sometimes deep into spiritual topics and into introspection, into ways in which we can give ourselves a moment out of our very, very busy lives to just sit down and understand ourselves a bit better, our mind, our body, our heart, our energies, in the context of meditation. So in every session we do something different, and you might be wondering, why is this avocado lying down here? This is the theme of our session today. It's the avocado meditation. So for today's session, all of you are avocados. Just imagine that all of you are avocados. Big avocados, small avocados, male avocados, female avocados. Just imagine yourself that you are right now sitting here, avocados, and there is a brown Indian avocado sitting in front of you. Why do we do that? We would do that to understand ourselves, our system, and use that understanding to move into meditation. When you look at avocado, the first thing that you see is that it has an outer shell. This shell represents for you your personality, your outer covering, your skin, your ways in which you deal with other people, your culture, your language, your everything that helps you, everything that is utilitarian that you use to interact with the outside world. And this is something that is just 1 millimeter thick in you. Then if you open that up, and I had cut this before, it's no magic, you see there is a soft part inside. This is your experience. So when you go from the surface down 1 millimeter down, you come to something that is what you eat in the avocado, but for yourself is your experience of life. It's comprising of all your thoughts, all your emotions, all your ups and downs of life, all the turmoils, all the happiness, sadness, everything that you experience is like the avocado, which can be sometimes sweet, sometimes sour, sometimes bitter, sometimes foul, sometimes tasteless. And this is what is comprising your entire experience of life. And at the moment, the way you know yourself, you know the outer surface, which is helping you to interact with the world, your persona, your personality, your gestures, your hellos and highs and thank yous and everything. And then what you actually feel inside is your experience, the softer experience, which not everybody knows of. You go through that all throughout your life on your own. But you know only these two layers or these two things about yourself. You know the surface, you know your experience of life. And I want you to move from this type of avocado to this one. What is the difference between these two? There is a seed in this. This seed, this core, is something that is also there in you, but you have not discovered it yet. It's something that you ignore it, you don't pay attention to it. And in this analogy of avocado, this core is your pure being. This is what actually who you are. Everything else is the experience of your life, the outer shell. This is all external. This is all about you. This is not you. What you are is the center of it. With meditation, we are not concerned with the outer surface. We are not concerned with changing your personality. We are not concerned with how you deal with people. We're not even concerned with the fruit part of it. We're not concerned necessarily with your thoughts, your emotions, your ups and downs of life. Meditation indirectly impacts that, but we're not concerned, we don't work on it directly. What meditation is, it's concerned with the core. It's concerned with your pure being. What is this pure being? This pure being is that infinite potential, that core of silence, that pure awareness, that pure being, that once you realize yourself as that pure being, then the entire rest of the experience of life, this starts to harmonize. The part that you eat, the part that you experience in life starts to harmonize. And also then the external layer, how you deal with people, what persona you have, what clothes you're wearing, and all that starts to not matter that much. It's not that then you change that, it's just that you are somewhat not over-identified with it. You're not over-identified with the outer, you're not over-identified with the experiences of your life, the sadness, the happiness, the depression, the excitement, and so on. And you settle yourself at the center. And any time in life where you feel that things are not working well, you don't know what to do, and we all have so many things which we cannot even share with others, and we have no solution to. When those moments are coming, your strategy or your way is to come back to this core, to sit in silence, to sit in meditation, to sit in pure awareness, in pure being, and that gives you a refresh of energies, that gives you again a perspective, a clarity to deal with the experience of life, to deal with the outer. Now how to reach to this core? We do this in this session today as a meditation technique. The way to do that is to free up your awareness to realize this core. So we will start from the outside. We will start from taking our awareness to the external surroundings, to the sounds that you hear outside, to the body posture that you have, to anything that is external, that is outside you. You will close your eyes and you will become aware of all that is happening first, so that you can come here in the moment, in the now. Then as a next step, we will go into taking our awareness to our inner layer of our mind. We will try to observe what are the thoughts that are constantly going on in our head. How are we feeling right now? Are we feeling happy in this moment? Are we feeling sad? Are we feeling angry? Are we feeling, why am I here? Are we feeling good? So we will just become aware of it. In this entire process, we will not interfere with any of the thoughts. We will not interfere with anything that we become aware of. We will simply remain aware as a very neutral person. Think of yourself as somebody very neutral looking at all these things, just remaining aware of it. In these two phases of meditation, you are aware of some object. So your awareness is about something. In the first phase, when you are aware of external surroundings, that awareness is about the external environment, about the sounds that you hear, about the sense of being here, about the air that you feel on your skin, the sensations in your body, and so on. Then when you go to the phase 2, where you are observing and becoming aware of your thoughts, of your emotions, of your inner space, that is also awareness of something. In the third phase, we will move on to just becoming aware and just remaining aware and removing all the objects from it. There is no object that we will keep our awareness on. We will simply sit in silence, at rest, and remain aware. When you do that, you will see that things will slowly start to converge. You will start to settle down, your energies will start to settle down, you will feel much more centered, and the more you allow that, the more you sit in this silence, in this pure awareness, the more is this taste of pure being that starts to appear in front of you. It's not a visualization, you can call it an experience, although it even goes beyond the experience, but for simplicity's sake, you can think of it as an experience. I'll guide you through this process. It's very simple. We will go from the outer, so from becoming aware of the surroundings, becoming aware of the noises that you hear, then we will go slowly to the inner experiences of what you're thinking at the moment, what kind of emotions are there in your inner space, anything, any sensation that you feel. Become aware of all that, notice all that, observe all that, just take a note of it. You don't have to do anything about it, you don't have to wrestle with it, and then we are ready to just sit in silence, in pure awareness, in pure being. Any questions before we start? Is it clear, the sequence? Alright, then I'll put the avocado back for later. Close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. And allow your body to relax. Take another deep breath and allow your body to completely come to rest. Keep your back straight. Not too stiff, not too loose. Just in the middle, relaxed. Allow yourself to breathe in and out very normally, as you always do. Relax your face, your shoulders, your hands, and and just become aware of the surroundings. Listen to the noises. The sound of the tram, the sound of the movements, simply remain aware of your surroundings. Allow your body to come to rest and your mind to settle in this awareness of the surroundings. As you do that, keep on breathing very naturally and normally. Become aware of your body, of your posture, how you're sitting on the mat right now. Free up your awareness from everything else and just remain aware of your body. Keep on breathing very normally and naturally. Now bring your awareness to your inner space and observe all the thoughts that are there in your inner space. Just observe whatever is going on in your mind. Don't interfere with it. Just remain aware of all that is going on in your mind. Become aware of your feelings. How are you feeling right now? Become aware. Don't judge. Don't interfere. Simply remain aware of how are you feeling right now. Allow yourself to restfully observe all that is happening in your inner space. Let the thoughts come and go. Don't interfere with them. Only observe all that is happening. Give yourself time for your awareness to settle. Allow yourself to settle in this awareness. And slowly take all the objects away from your awareness. Simply stay in awareness. For the next minutes, forget everything else and simply stay in awareness. Staying completely silent and aware. Allow yourself to rest in this pure awareness. Without any object. No more movement. Maintain this state of silent awareness for a couple of minutes. This restful awareness is your default state. Allow yourself to settle in it. If you want, you can stay with your eyes closed in this state for a few more minutes, or simply, very gently, you may open your eyes. If you like, you can stretch your body. Now, this last part of the session is for sharing our experiences, our questions. If you didn't like something about the session, if you liked something, if you face difficulty in sitting with your posture, if you face difficulty concentrating or remaining aware of something, or you find something intriguing about when you are in this awareness of yourself, of your mind, of your thoughts, anything that you would like to share or have questions, we take now a couple of more minutes.
Sometimes it was a bit displaced, like there should be a kitchen or something.
Yeah, there is somebody living over there and on this side, so you can actually open the door and and ask them to stop the dishwasher or something like that, I think. Anything that you guys felt, went through, which you think is not clear enough, which is, I don't want you to leave the session with some question in your mind that you did something you didn't understand or was not working for you. Anything? Anybody?
Well, can I say something physical?
Yes.
Well, my body after around 20 minutes, my right foot. It's always the same, I meditate 20 minutes every day. I told you, and my right foot tends to go numb. And
Yeah.
I noticed that, of course, the next one doesn't, because as I said, this is no problem. The right one tends to go numb. Is there anything one can do against that?
Yeah, sure. First of all, you might notice that I'm kind of forcing you to sit for so long. It's because when you would sit at home, you would probably not sit for more than 10, 15, 20 minutes like that. And here, when you're stretching that, first of all in the talk, then in the sitting in silence, it'll, give you more experience of it. Yes. So I'm coming to that. So that's point number one. But yes, it's a very genuine problem or thing that everyone faces, unless there is some specific body problem, a structural problem that either the leg has fallen asleep, or there is pain in the leg, or there is you just find it difficult to sit in cross-legged posture. The easiest solution is to not sit in the cross-legged posture, to sit next to the wall, to sit in a posture that is comfortable for you. That's the easiest solution to it. But you will see that as you are meditating more, as you are spending more time in sitting in silence, so like you now sit every day 20 minutes, you would feel that this is the only posture in which you can actually sit for longer than a certain amount of time. So the posture that you would hate would become your friend. You would like that posture. There is a reason why this cross-legged posture has been so emphasized in meditation. It does not mean that you can only meditate like this. It only means that this is one of those structural positions of the body in which you can sit for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, provided you have practice, provided you have a certain experience with it. that you can allow yourself to be completely free of the body. So that state is something that you at some point of time hopefully will reach to. If not, you can sit on a chair, keep your back straight. The one point to remember is to sit in a way which is easier for you, so that you can move away, move somewhere your awareness to the mind, your awareness to the practice, and not constantly your awareness on the pain that you have somewhere in your body. So that's one thing. And the last thing is, which is more like an announcement. I have recognized this problem for quite a while, so I'm almost that close to coming up with cushions that are exactly helping you to sit in a certain way, which is giving you that structural support, that your leg is not falling asleep. So I'm still designing the prototype, and it's still in the
foot actually, it's not so much the leg, but the foot.
as well. The foot is different parts. So that's something which I think it's the least of problems to sit in an easy way. But thanks. Anything else? Yes.
The last part, awareness.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe that? I mean, if you are aware that you are aware, are you then actually aware?
That's the tricky part, to put it into words, because we are constantly programmed to have our awareness on something. So you always have the subject and the object. That's how our mind is wired, to perceive things as the subject and the object, as somebody who's observing and something that is being observed, as something that is having the awareness of something. And this is what meditation is. When you slowly, this object starts to disappear, or you can release yourself out of this concept, or in other words, your awareness is not trying to find something to focus on. It just settles on its own. And when it settles on its own, there is just awareness. There's no other way to describe this sentence or describe this experience.
You are still focused on your breath.
Mm-hmm.
This is still not.
Still not. It's
You
still,
are still focusing on something.
yes, focusing on the breath, awareness on your body, awareness on your breath, awareness on any object. All these are ways, all these are techniques, all these are ways to allow yourself, first of all, come out of your awareness being at 1,000 places to at one place. And that can be achieved by having the awareness on the breath, or awareness on today we went from outside to inside, so that the movement of awareness was external, then coming down to internal, and then to pure awareness. But it could simply, you could also do, which is the most famous meditation, to simply bring your awareness to the breath. That allows you to, first of all, let it settle on one thing. But eventually, the goal is to also move away from that object. And that happens almost naturally. You don't have to do it. Today in the session, I'm emphasizing for you to do it, so that you at least get a sense of what I'm saying or what the experience could look like. Maybe it's not 100% clear, but this happens on its own when your mind is one-pointed, when your awareness is not scattered, when it's at one place. And then it slowly starts to lose the object as well. But this happens naturally. It takes a bit of practice, a bit of time. And this is the state of what people call as blissful state, or complete rest, or complete silence, Zen state, zero state, emptiness, so many names, to one state, which is pure awareness of nothing but everything, no object, simply the subject is the object is the subject. And so you can spin the words in many different ways. But the experience, the taste of it is the moment you know it, the moment you experience it, you will know what I'm talking about.
I think it's also a matter of time. At the beginning, probably this time is not long enough.
Yes.
Because you don't practice enough. I see the more you practice, and maybe the shorter it takes to get there. But still, I think this was
Yes.
not half an hour.
Yeah.
When you rang, I was just
about to.
Well, I was in and I didn't want to get out.
Yeah, I mean, today we sat in meditation for more than like 25 minutes. That's already pretty long for some of you who are not having a regular practice of it. So it's very good that you survived that somehow.
How long do you do it?
I sit every morning for 1 hour, every evening for an hour.
1 hour.
So, and the whole pitch here is that if you can touch this state, this experience on daily basis, it just completely gives you a refresh on everything. Like, no matter you have whatever going on in your life, in any aspect, you come back to this zero state and then go back into the world, go back into your experiences, go back into dealing with everything else, and it just enables you empowers you in a completely different way. That's the core, the gist of meditation. The interpretations are many. People use it to, or people go on a journey, on a spiritual journey to find themselves, to find God, to find enlightenment, and so on. These are all interpretations of things, but the core of it is so simple. It's you in awareness at rest without being involved with anything. Any last comments, questions? In that case, I wish you a very nice week. Thanks a lot for joining me in this session. I hope you got something for yourself out of it, for your daily life, from this session, and I hope to see you in these sessions which are happening every Monday. So if you have time, if you are interested in this journey with me, I'll be more than happy to support you. If you have any questions, any time, not now, outside, if you want to discuss with me in person, I'm always available. Please write to me. It's not that difficult to find my contact. It's over there. Thanks a lot, and enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm sure some of you will go to Influence. I will see you there as well if some of you are there. Thanks a lot. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.